Well, who knew Belgium was so beautiful? I presume the Belgique did, or the Belgians did, I should say. Right, we've got the twisty turny sign, which is always a good sign. Bikers on tour. Well, what a nice part of the world. Is it clear? Thank you. Andy having another pair of eyes on the bike to shout clear when you're at the junction. Harley boys. So we've decided this is the Matlock Bath of Belgium. Hello chaps and ladies. Well, maybe not quite that, but lovely place nonetheless. Vresse, V-R-E-S-S-E if you're in the area. Mark it as a waypoint to come and have your lunch, because it looks super biker friendly. And here's another tour now. Hello chaps and ladies. Hi, hello, hello. Wowza. That's a big tour. Okay, so we're back into the Ardennes area now and traversing east to west. It's just stunning. It's all like this. Beautiful tree-lined roads, great surfaces, big sweepy bends, has some tighter bits as well. And these rivers with the funny fluffy plants on top that we saw before when we were in the area. I think you could possibly, if you fancied a little continental trip, rock on down and just do the Ardennes for a few days, because there looks to be some proper biker friendly stops here and some nice places to stay. Maybe one for another year, or another bridge to get excited about. Can't believe there's no one swimming in there. If it was in England and a 23-degree day, there'd be people swimming in there, especially on a Sunday. So I've just turned the camera on again, because look at this magnificent church ahead. This is just quite something, isn't it? It's got like a double treble dome thing going on. Fabulous. It's a town called Gespunsart. Really impressive church. So as we've been riding through here, we've seen lots of fantastic towns with great cafes that seem to be open on a Sunday as well, full of bikers as well, lots of seats and spaces and shady nooks. Look great, but it was a bit too early for us. Now we're all feeling a bit hungry and we want to stop. We said we'd stop at 1:30. It's now 1:15. What's the bet? And we're going to find a place. Think positive, Andy, think positive. Had a little cheeky Peugeot 205 snip into the gap there, which wasn't really a gap, but don't see those on the road very much these days. Splendid little cars. So we're now well and truly out of the Ardennes. We're looking for somewhere we can have a spot of lunch, and it being a Sunday, not having a lot of luck. We'll see what crops up. Well folks, welcome to Saint-Quentin, which is quite a major city, as you can see. We've blatted down here from the Ardennes, which I keep forgetting the name of, and basically it's just been motorway down here, but we've avoided all toll roads, but it hasn't been very interesting particularly, so that's why I haven't videoed it. But we're now looking for our hotel for tonight, which is down here at a place called, I think it's Holnon, something like that. It sounds like it's almost like a motel, so we'll show you that again, and then we'll give you a little bit of a summing up, because tomorrow we're basically just getting up early, blatting back to the tunnel and going home, so I won't record that for you. But I have learnt a few things about the wing on this trip that have surprised me slightly, so I'll bring you those, and of course show you our final night's accommodation as well, because I know you like to look at that sort of thing. Alright, speak to you when we get there. Right, so this is Holnon, and we're just looking for our hotel. We think we might have just driven past it, but it looks like a nice place. Little churchy thing there. We're just doing a bit of a recce of downtown Holnon, so we can see if there's somewhere for us to eat tonight. We have word that there is. So I promised you a look around the hotel room of our final hotel here in France. So here it is. It's sort of a motel style. So we're here in this room here, and I parked the bike over there, and we'll go and have a look at that in a minute, because I've got some kind of lessons I've learned about the Goldwing on tour. But let me quickly show you the room. So there's a loo there, and a bathroom here, and then there's the main sort of sleeping thing here. So it's basically a motel. It's basic, but it's clean and tidy. It'll absolutely do for one night, so that's absolutely fine. Right, a few lessons I've learned on this tour about the Goldwing. Right, the mighty wing, as I call it then. What are the lessons I've learned about this bike on this tour? I mean, I have toured on it before, but only for a couple of days in Wales. I've never been away for, what, 5-6 days on a European tour before with 2 of us. So a few things that have surprised me. Number one, the sat-nav. Although I've often said that it's really good, I'll take that back, it's rubbish. It's great that it's built in, and it'll get you to roughly your area, but here on the continent at least, actually putting in addresses has been a pain. Most of the addresses I've tried to put in, it hasn't had in it. Towns, yes, addresses, no. So I'm going to have to come up with some other answer. I'm going to have to probably get myself a dedicated sat-nav to go on the bike if we're going to do more European or continental tours, which I'm sure we will. So that's the first thing, bit of a negative. Next thing, which is a positive, is that it's every bit as comfortable as I've always said. I mean, it's you buy these bikes for comfort. It's absolutely brilliant. On the motorways, you know, we've done 8-9 hour days, 2 up. It's been absolutely brilliant for that. The seats are all day long comfortable, both for me and my passengers. So yeah, thumbs up for the comfort. That's been absolutely brilliant. Another thing that surprised me in a good way, something I'm always moaning about on the Goldwing, is the lack of space in the top box and the panniers. Now this is a 2019 model year, the 2021 got a slightly bigger top box, but actually we've been able to survive no problems at all for 6 days away on tour with just that space available to us, no extra bags and stuff. So although I've moaned about the panniers in the past, they are quite small, but if you pack sensibly, you can easily take enough for 2 of you for a week away. And then the other thing that's been kind of brought home to me this week with the bike is it is a heavy old beast. Now, that's kind of obvious, of course it's a heavy beast, but in the past, riding it in England, I've never had any problems with that. Honda have thought about this and given you that forward and reverse creep mode, which is super helpful. But when we've been on some of the really tight, cambered, cobbled junctions, and also in the garage that we left this morning, quite difficult to manoeuvre when you're in those situations, so it's just something to be aware of. Overall, the Goldwing's been absolutely brilliant on this tour. I thoroughly enjoyed riding it. The engine's superb. It's been great. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It's been brilliant, with those couple of little caveats that I've just highlighted. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that tour. That's it for this time. I will, after the sort of credity bit, my little logo thing at the end, I will go through the costs for the tour. I've got to top them up, get our credit card bills and stuff like that, but we'll add them up at the end. So if you're interested in how much a tour like this costs, then I'll be telling you those after the little credit thing. So all that remains now is to say that it's
goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me. Until next time, this is Peter for Listen and Fly. Cheerio. Okay, so we're safely back in Blighty now, and I promised you throughout the video that we would go through the costs that this trip threw up. So I've got my glamorous assistant here, Mrs. Fly. Kate Beckinsale wasn't available, and oh, got away with it. And she's just going to take us through the cost. So over to you, my angel. How much did this trip cost us?
Okay, so a standard 5-day return on Eurotunnel cost us £131. The hotels, 5 nights, different hotels, including breakfast.
Sorry, on the Eurotunnel thing, does it cost the same whether you've got a pillion or not, do you know?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just the cost for a bike?
Yeah, it was the cost for the bike,
sorry.
and up to 2 passengers.
Okay,
obviously.
back to hotels. Whatever we were doing.
Hotels, 5 nights, £599.55, including breakfast, as I've said.
And those varied, didn't we? Always stayed in posh hotels.
Well, yeah, except the last one, which was really basic, but they were okay, they were nice and smart.
Perfectly fine, yeah.
Yeah, perfectly
that last
fine.
one was great for what we wanted. The parking and that was safe,
yeah,
wasn't
the
it?
parking was great.
Yep.
The tolls, £7.18, because we mainly stuck to back roads.
We didn't really do tolls, did we?
No, only at the end, really.
I mean, coming from the tunnel to get to the, what's that foresty place called?
Ardennes.
That was on main roads, but they weren't toll roads, so it was quite quick going, so only £7. So what a winner.
I think it's because we went through Belgium, not France.
Yeah, it could be.
That's the reason why.
Yep.
And fuel, £119.37 it came out as.
So quite a big cost.
Yes, and that was the middle of May, and we're several weeks later. So fuel's gone up again, but it's about the same price in France as it is here.
Yeah, but budget the same, and you won't be far off.
Yeah.
So total costs for the whole trip for us, as you saw, excluding food and drinks, were
£857.10.
So actually, that's not bad for a week's holiday, is it? In a nice hotels, good fun, laughter. 857 quid.
Plus your food. We did take...
But that was for the two of us. I mean, I think that's an absolute winner. Anyway, so there we go. That was the cost of it. Anything else you need to add?
No, except next time I'll get a more glamorous assistant.
Cheeky devil. I was getting you back for the Freddie Dobbs thing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the set of videos and look forward to speaking to you again soon on the next trip. Sadly, it won't be on this Goldwing, but more of that on another video. All right, speak to you again soon. Till next time, this has been...
Mrs. Flyer.
And Mr. Flyer. I thought we were going to say the Missenden Flyer. Whatever, we'll see you next time.